Music in a general release dramatic film serves many different functions. Good film music supports the story, and a skillfully composed musical cue can serve both technical and aesthetic functions. In general, music in film serves three identifiable but by no means exclusive roles: identification, mood, and commentary. Establish time, place, and ethnic implications. A good film composer can set historical, geographical, and ethnic context for a film by incorporating stylistic characteristics of music of the era and locale into the score. In The Year of Living Dangerously, composer Maurice Jarre uses a Javanese gamelan and Javanese scales, rhythms, and textures to establish the nature of the Indonesian location for the film, as well as to set the overall exotic tone for the film, at least by contemporary Western standards of the time. Establish tone and mood. Tone is a term used to describe the psychological lens through which we experience the film. It is the overall psychological atmosphere created by the look and sound of a film. For example, the sound can be described as dark, as in the case of the Batman series of films. It can or it can be overwhelmingly tragic, as in Bram Stoker's Dracula, or it can be surrealistic, as heard in Edward Scissorhands. Sound can also be used to reveal our psychological states of mind or implication in movies. A good music cue is an oral extension of the visual realm. It can illuminate or intensify the thoughts and feelings of the on screen characters in support of or in spite of their outward demeanor. Music is a powerful psychological force by itself. In film, a good film composer uses this power to create empathy in the viewer. It causes us to feel as the character feels. A classic example would be when a man declares his love to a woman while simultaneously planning her demise. The music could be played either way: a consonant melody with broad gestures performed by strings would underscore his professions of love, but a harsh, dissonant drum figure or even a pizzicato string would reveal his evil thoughts, despite his outwardly loving words and gestures. Reveal unseen or impending drama. Music may indicate to the audience, but not the on screen characters, that something is about to happen or has happened, either on or off screen or at another time. In the typical slasher film, it is the music that intensifies, getting louder or faster or busier or more dissonant, and that is what tells us that someone is about to lose his or her head before the actual event occurs. Provide source music. Music that is intended to be heard by the on screen characters as well as the viewer is called source music. Film theorists tend to use the terms diegetic and non diegetic in their analysis. They refer to source, this is the way they refer to source and non source music, respectively. But professionals in the film and sound and music fields prefer the term source music. For example, in the famous cantina sequence in the original Star Wars 4 A New Hope, the bar band is physically on stage inside the cantina. We see them as we hear them. Everyone in the cantina can hear them, except perhaps for some of the alien looking patrons who may be earless. The band is part of the scene along with the drinks and background chatter. Provide transition or sonic glue music. Music is one of the most effective means of linking contiguous scenes together, acting as sonic glue. It can smooth a transition or sharpen an edit point depending upon whether the music seamlessly glides across the visual transition or is abruptly cut in synchronization with the edit. In the hands of a good composer and music editor, music can be cut or written in a way that encourages the viewer to accept the non-linear sequence of visual events or the certain geographic displacements as the drama develops. Provide intro or outro music. Often called credit music if it occurs at the end of the film, intro and outro music brackets the film. It leads us into the visual experience of cinema and takes us back into the reality of theatre at the end of the film. Good intro or outro music elucidates many of the other roles indicated above, although too often pop tunes only marginally related to the film are tagged on in the hopes of increasing sales of either the film or the music. Yeah. An example of this would be in Deadpool, the starting scene, Deadpool 3, I think, or 2, I don't remember, with Ryan Reynolds. We have the Let Beauty Be Ashes song at the start, and in Birds of Prey with Margot Robbie as what was it? Harley Quinn. We have the song attached to it by Doja Cat called Boss Bitch. Yes. So, intro outro music, and also popular song for increasing sales. Supply musical sound effects. Music is often synchronized in a way that complements or reinforces sound effects in the film. For example, the sound of someone falling to the floor may be musically incorporated into the score as a bass drum hit or a loud trombone outburst. In this case, it is literally a musical sound effect as the body hits the floor. Film music composers often use leitmotifs to help build a sense of continuity. A leitmotif is a recurring musical idea, that is, a melody, a chord sequence, a rhythm, or a combination of these, which is associated with a particular idea, character, or place.